Right, you guys, got another video here for you. In this one we're going to be taking a look at, is it worth buying 40 items on eBay and repairing them and then either keeping them or selling them to make a profit? And if you can make a profit, is it worth doing? So that's what we're going to be taking a look at in this video, and looking out for some of the pitfalls along the way if you're looking into getting into this sort of hobby or business venture. So we're going to be taking a look at some items here, and I'll show you some items to watch out for and to be very careful when you're buying broken parts on eBay. Now, a lot of people seem to think that you can just buy stuff on eBay that's broken and fix it and then resell it at a massive profit, and that is not always the case. Always check the person's information, and also check what is written down in the description about the product that you're buying. So let's just take a look at, say, this one for instance, Microsoft Xbox One 500GB black console only. So you're only getting the console, and it says 40, no Wi-Fi X01. Now you may go and do a bit of research and think, do you know what, I can fix that, and that's going to be cheap to fix, and I'll be able to turn this around and make a bit of a profit, or I'll be able to get myself an Xbox One. So other things, before you go jumping in and buying something like this, what you want to look for is the account that the person is selling. So make sure that he's in good standing. You can see here he's got 90%, which isn't the best. So you want to maybe look at some of those and find out what the problem was with this guy. So he's had a couple of positives here. So you're looking for the negatives. So let's go to the negatives here. And you can see here, hard disk problem, avoid this seller, more faults with the item than stated. So that is an important thing right there. More faults with the item than stated. So he's clearly stating products that have got one fault, but they've also got other faults with them. So let's go back and take a look at his main post here. So going back to his main post, let's come down to the description here and see what it says. So I'm reading here, down here, and it says for sale, one Xbox One 500GB console only, and it's 40. There's other things that are telltale signs that it's been worked on before, i.e. warranty seals are void, and also you can see here he's saying that the actual ports are okay. Well, how would he know that if he's not worked on it, or if it hasn't, if he can't test it? So he's probably worked on it, he knows what the faults are, and it doesn't work, and he's trying to offload it, and that's what you've got to be careful. So be very careful when purchasing stuff like this. No accessories such as controller, camera, power cable, HDMI cable, headset, and original box are included. Console is in used condition with internal parts intact, may have minor scratches, etc. Common with used consoles. May have faults other than what is listed due to being unable to test beyond the main fault. That is something that you want to take into account here. He's listed there that there could be other faults wrong with this product, so be very careful. And you can see here, console sold as 40 for parts or repair only, no returns due to console being faulty. He won't accept it back. So when you buy this, you are going to be buying this and then obviously going to have to try to work it out and fix it. Now, another thing to do is check the seller's other items. So you can see here, see other items, and what you can do is go here and you can already see. So as you can see here, this guy has got a bunch of other items like PlayStation 4, Microsoft, Xbox One. He's got a couple of those, and normally what happens is you've got techs that actually buy these as projects, try to fix them and do a quick flip and make some money on them. The problem is he an honest tech, and is he knowing what the fault is, which is not repairable, and then relisting the broken ones after he can't fix them and just offload them to someone else and try to claw some money back to what he actually paid for to try and fix in the first place. That's what you've got to be careful of. Now remember, eBay is full of charlatans and dodgepots, and basically they will sell their soul to the devil just to try and claw some money back. And you're going to get your fingers burnt if you end up buying something like this here and you can't fix it. Now these posts are very risky, and these are the ones I'll try to avoid, because he could have worked on these and he can't fix them because they are probably terminal, and he'll offload them. You may think that you'll be able to fix it, and you might not be able to, and you're going to be lumbered with it because he's got a no returns policy, which means you can't get your money back, and now you're stuck with a dead, broken machine. So you're not going to make no money. Now another big no-no or tricks that these eBay sellers use is using the same image over and over again. He can't even be bothered to take a photo of what he's selling. You've got two identical photos here, and they are exactly the same photo but different items, so you don't even know which one you're getting. You're probably going to get one that is not even that particular Microsoft Xbox One. This is 2 days or 3 days, 2 days, and this one is 19 hours, and they're identical pictures. So which one are you going to get? It might not even be one of these. You can see there is little tiny scratches over there on the right hand side of that picture along the edge, and I'll take a look at the next picture and you'll probably see those scratches are still there on the next picture, which means you are now buying something that you can't see, which means that could be something totally different, and you'll get it delivered, and of course it could be in a much worse state than what you're seeing there, which is a big no-no. And you can actually take a claim out against this person if you bought it on those grounds. So bear that in mind, guys. Be very careful with those same pictures. So another thing I like to look out for when I'm purchasing faulty stuff is just look at the title and make sure everything is listed correctly. Look at the feedback, also look at the images. Now I just don't look at the image itself, I look in the background to see where it's listed. I look in the shop, see if he's selling other stuff, see if he's a home user and just selling a broken item, or whether he's actually like a big seller like this guy. So I can see in the background there's a warehouse here with loads of electrical goods in the background. When you get a close-up, I'll show you here. I'm going to show you a close-up. When you zoom in, you can see bunches of electrical stuff in the background all stacked up there on the shelves. So I want to know what that is myself. Now, is it worth a gamble? Where is he getting it from? Are these returns? Are they customers' ones? You can check his account and store out and see what he's selling, what other stuff he's selling, and you can see it's all computer related stuff and it's all faulty. So whether he's buying this in bulk or buying it, I don't know. I'm not sure where he's getting it from, but basically you can see here that all this stuff is faulty. So maybe he's buying stuff in bulk, keeping all the good stuff and offloading all the faulty stuff and selling it. So it could be a risk, but I tend to steer clear of those sort of sales myself, but it may be something that you're willing to take a risk and have a gamble on. So let's have a closer look at the description here. You can see the console sync button does not work. Also, I have described the faults to the best of my ability. However, there may be other faults that I cannot account for, and therefore it's non-refundable for this reason. So is he digging through stuff? Is he trying to repair stuff and he can't fix this stuff and he's offloading it? So I try to steer clear of these types of sales, because obviously when they're saying that that it's could have other faults, then you're opening up a can of worms. I try to steer clear of it. You can see here warranty sticker is intact. I've seen people remove those and re-stick those down, but I would be very careful, especially when I'm seeing all that stuff in the background. There's loads of electronical components in the background, and maybe they're doing it on a mass scale where they're trying to fix stuff, find out what's working, quick turnaround, and get rid of all the stuff that they can't fix. So it may be worth a go, and but it may not. So let's take a look at this one here. Now this is the sort of one that I'd be looking for if I'm going to be purchasing faulty stuff to repair, and the reason why I say that is because it's more than likely a home user that's got a decent piece of equipment that is broken and he now wants to offload it. How do I know that it's not a tech and it is an actual household? Well, let's just take a look at his other items here. He's selling off some toys here, as you can see, some other bits and pieces. And of course he's got 4 games here. Now if this was a PC repair shop or some sort of technician that's selling this, he wouldn't be selling 4 games in my personal opinion. So obviously it's someone that's been using it and it's now not working, and he's now trying to offload it. So you can see FIFA 17 and 16, so it's probably not been working since FIFA 2017. So going back here, let's have a look at the actual fault here and look at the pictures. So looking at the images here, you can see it's in very good condition, and this normally tells me that it's a home user that's got this and it's broken and now they want to offload it. So this is going to be a nice little fix here, and be able to keep it or sell it. And also you can see here it comes in its own box, which is another plus sign. You don't normally get that with repair shops. They're normally bare essentials, just the main unit. You don't even get controllers and stuff like that, because they tend to rob bits and pieces off of each one to try and make a good one and sell them, and they sell what's left. But you can see here this is in very good condition. It's got all the stuff with it, and also everything is listed. They've put a lot of pictures up there, which is something else you don't get with tech shops. They just post one picture and that's it, because they haven't got time. But you can see here they're showing you everything here. The seal is on there as well. It's not been tampered with, which is a good sign. And basically they're the sort of ones that I'm looking for when I'm buying 40 items. It's at £62. The guy has got 100% feedback, which is always a good sign as well. And let's take a look at the description. Cosmetically, it's in great condition. That is a really plus sign there. That's what I'm looking for. And also you've got all the accessories with it. When they try to play it, so it does give a display, you're getting a hardware fault and it cannot connect to the Wi-Fi. And it also can't connect via the Ethernet cable, because they've tried that with no luck. So there's a possible sign there of what you can do to fix it. And we've had an online chat with Microsoft who say it can be fixed, but at a cost. So these are the sort of items that I'm looking for when I'm buying them. I just don't want to end up buying something that's really bad and end up having my pants pulled down and having to take a hit on the amount of money that I've spent for something that should have been sort of worthy of fixing, but it's not. So do your research before you buy any item on eBay. Make sure you read all the description. And another thing, make sure you've got the experience enough to tackle something like this, because some of these can be difficult to repair. And also be prepared for the fact that you might not be able to repair it, because it may be non-repairable, which means you now have a doorstop. And what do you do with that doorstop? Well, do you relist it and try to sell it as faulty and get some money back? It is immoral to do that, and there's a lot of people on eBay that actually do that and have no conscience, and they will sell it to you in an heartbeat, knowing that it's not fixable, and they would just want to claw as much money back as possible. And then you're left with a doorstop, and now you've got the problem lying at your feet, and you can't take out a claim against that person because he's got no returns. So just be aware of that sort of pitfall when shopping on eBay. So let's assume that you want to buy this item there. How can you tell how much it's worth and how much to bid on it? So let me just show you what I do, and it's a little trick that I use which gives me an idea of how much it's worth, so I know when to stop. So I can see here it's at £62, and obviously I don't want to pay too much because I've got to fix it, and if it needs parts it could cost more money than what it's worth to fix. So go into the advanced settings here, go into there and paste that title in, which is what the title is of that item, and click on completed listings or sold listings, and then do a search. So what you're searching for there is all the Xbox One consoles with controller and cables, and you can see here they're going for around about 140, 150, 160, around that sort of ballpark figure, and you're just looking for identical to what you've got and get a rough idea of how much it's actually worth. So you've got to remember, you've got to put in your costs, shipping and stuff like that, and also your selling fees and your buying fees, just to make sure that it's going to be a worthy flip. So if you're going to sell it, make sure you've got an idea of how much it's worth to you. So you can see here it goes up to 160. So we do know now that this is at £62. Now remember, you've got your delivery fee on there as well, so it's around about 75-ish at the moment. You've got to fix it yet, and if you're going to keep it and you get it cheap enough, it might be worth doing. But if you're looking to make money out of this sort of project, you've got to get it as cheap as possible, and then you've got to try and fix it for free. And if you have to buy parts to fix it, and that could be costly, and then you're looking at something that might not be worth fixing, because obviously if you can only get £150 for it, and you've already paid say £100 for a broken machine, and now you've bought a part which has cost you X, Y and Z, then obviously now there's not a lot of turnaround for you, because obviously you've now got to list it and sell it yourself. So it's a lot of effort for a very little reward. Anyway guys, I'm going to wrap this one up. I hope it's been informative and helpful to you if you was thinking about getting into buying and selling on eBay and fixing faulty items. Anyway, my name is Brian from briteccomputers.co.uk. Thanks again for watching, and I shall see you again for another video real soon. Bye for now. Now, if you haven't subscribed yet, hit the big red subscribe button on my YouTube channel and hit the bell notification button next to that to be notified when we upload new videos.